I hope the angle on this is okay, and I hope that you can see me. But I know it's been a long time. I haven't posted anything since that last slideshow I did of the release and refine procedure that I had. If you guys are just watching this right now, I had done an intense fractional ablative erbium laser procedure with extensive subcision at the La Jolla Laser Cosmetic Clinic in San Diego. And this treatment was pioneered or made by one of the top leading dermatologic surgeons in Utah, and I believe his name is Dr. Mark Taylor. And the doctor who did the procedure was I guess you could say she learned about the procedure from Dr. Mark Taylor, and he trained her in the procedure. Anyway, let's get down to how I'm doing. Basically, I'm fully healed now, and I have no more swelling, no more redness, except for a tiny little bit under my chin. I don't feel numb in any areas anymore because I think about the 4th and 5th week, yeah, I had a little bit of numbness. So where we left off in the other video, which was a slideshow, was I think I left off at day 6 or 7, and I was fully peeled by then. It's been about 2 months now. I had the procedure done on June 5th, and it's already like August, like early August, right? I don't even know the date. I just know it's August. But yeah, like these are my full results. See if we could get a close up on them. This area here, my temple, has been always the hardest to treat. Every time I get a new procedure done, I see minimal results in this area. The only thing that has really helped me with my temple scarring is fillers, because a lot of dermatologists and a lot of doctors don't do subcision in this area. I think it really depends on the doctor, because the skin is so thin in this area that's why a lot of doctors try to stay away from doing subcision here. And then it's also close to the eye, and there's a nerve here, so a lot of doctors tend to avoid that area. But yeah, this area hasn't really changed much since the procedure. As far as me seeing results go, she promised me 50 to 60% improvement, and I think she lived up to what she said. I believe that I got a 30 to 40% improvement. Are my scars still here? This is what was my main concern. I still had atrophic scarring in this area. And let me tell you that although the area looks smooth and the scars are a little bit more shallow, they're still there. Like, this laser, as aggressive as it was and as painful as it was, I kind of had this notion in my head. I was thinking, oh yeah, like, you know, most of my, sorry, I'm fixing my hair. Most of my scars are going to be gone, you know, like, but that's not the case. Like, I still have scarring here, and I still have a little bit of boxcar scarring. I do notice that some of my ice pick scars are a little bit less deep. But as far as it completely being like 100% smooth, it's not realistic. I think from now, like as of right now, the only treatment that I'm gonna get as like the last treatment is just fillers. The last treatment of fillers that I had was Juvederm, and that was in December, and that really helped a lot. But the thing about those fillers are that they are temporary, so they only last between 6 to 12 months depending on how fast your body absorbs the filler. Now, I think the big question is, was this treatment worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth the pain? Was it worth the downtime? Was it worth the money? And let me just tell you, I had to fork out a lot of cash for this, but the good thing is about this was that she allows me to do monthly payments, so I don't have to, like, you know, pay up front the total lump sum. So that's kind of a pro. But was it worth it? I don't know. That's the reason why I kind of waited for me to like post anything, because I wanted to see how my scars would look 2 months as opposed to 6 weeks after the procedure. 6 weeks after the procedure, which is about a month or so after, a month, yeah. I noticed that my skin was plump. It was more vibrant. Like, my scars were barely visible. I barely had to put on makeup, and it looked really good. But then 2-3 weeks ago, I noticed that, I would say 2 weeks ago, I noticed that most of my scarring came back. And, I think the reason why my skin looked so good at week 6 was because I still had a little bit of micro swelling, because of the extensive subcision that I had. But now that the scars are back, now I can really assess whether or not this treatment was worth it. And if I could go back in time, I probably would have researched other doctors. Not to say that the procedure itself is what makes the scars like better. It's not it is the doctor to a certain extent, how experienced he or she is, but it's also the procedure that's tailored to the specific scar. The reason why I wanted to get this procedure was because I thought maybe with more subcision I would get more improvement, and then with the laser, it would just kind of laser all away the scars, but that's not the case. And I don't know, I just would say that if you guys do your research, you guys could kind of make a decision based on your research and based on like what kind of information you collect. I think I was so excited about this procedure because I had just graduated, I had the downtime, and I had some cash left over from college, and I was just like, let me just do it. It'll be like one last hurrah. But now I realize that maybe I could have done a little bit more research and found like a doctor who could do multiple things, maybe like excision, or like how there's some doctors that give you packages of like one treatment, such as like excision, subcision, and filler all in one treatment. But that's not the case, and it is what it is. So am I happy with the results? I would say I'm okay with the results. I'm not like ecstatic, like over the moon about it, but I will say that I'm okay. Am I content? So like, in certain lighting I can still see the depth of the scarring, and this is what I've come up with a conclusion. I was doing a little bit more research, and some doctors are opposed to laser. They're just like, it barely does anything, it doesn't really help. And there's some doctors who are all for it, and they believe that it really does make a significant difference. But the thing is, some doctors theorize that when you're sanding down the skin with an ablative laser or like any type of aggressive laser, you're not going to get deep down enough for the skin to level out. And there's other doctors who claim that fillers are the way to go, because with what we're trying to fix are those deficits, those pitted scars that, that are not leveled with the rest of the skin. So there are other doctors who say fillers are the way to go because when you put the filler in, they level out with the rest of the skin, as opposed to sanding down the scars. How far can the laser really go to, okay, let's say for example, this is the scar, like this is how deep the scar is, and like the level of the surrounding skin is like maybe like a little bit higher than that. How far can the laser really go to level it out? But maybe over time collagen will rebuild. I don't want to say that it will, because I don't want to get my hopes up, but maybe 6 months from now my scars will look even more shallow. So it kind of just like those two theories are those two hypotheses are what I think a lot of doctors, go with. Like some doctors are for the lasers and some doctors are for the fillers, but some doctors are for both. So yeah, I think maybe in the near future I will just get fillers to kind of just fill in the rest of the trophic scarring, especially on my temple, because this is a problem area and it kind of bugs me. But let's get into some products that I've been using ever since the procedure. I've been using a high SPF 50. Every day I go out. It's really important because it's summertime and I don't want any hyperpigmentation. After the procedure, she suggested that I use like this green redness cream, which basically gets rid of residual redness and helps even out the skin tone to cancel out the redness. It is green and it smells like cucumber and it's really nice actually. But the main important thing that I've been using is hydroquinone pads, and these are it's like basically a chemical that it's lightens your skin. So I'm not using it because I want my skin to be lighter. I'm using it because I'm trying to prevent hyperpigmentation, and this is what it's for. Especially after like a procedure where, you know, if I'm Asian, so I'm prone to hyperpigmentation. And this is also too for hyperpigmentation. It's basically retinol, which is has vitamin A derivative, and it helps smooth out your skin tone and complexion. As far as, because I still have my pitted scars, like I'm gonna try to get as close as I can. That's as close as I can get. And then like with this too, like this area, I don't have really much scars here. It's just the temple. And then with this, I still have a little bit of scarring, as you can maybe or maybe not see, I don't know. But when I go out and like for special occasions, or when I do have to see a lot of people, I just use a primer to kind of just fill in those little deep pores and those pitted scars. It doesn't completely like make them invisible, but it makes them less apparent. I will probably be posting a slideshow. I didn't know whether or not to, because I don't want to, like, I don't know. Do you guys really want to see it? I mean, I will post it if you guys really want to see it, but at this point, like, I just want to let you guys know that do your research before you do invest in this kind of procedure. See all the doctors you can, save up your money. Because I've like tried a lot of procedures, and one of the best things about doing them, besides seeing if I get good results or not, is helping you guys decide what treatments are going to be best for you guys and how much money. Because I don't want to like tell you guys to get this treatment and then you spend like $4,000 on it or $4,000 on it and not get the results you want. So it's always best to do what kind of treatment will suit you, whatever doctors you believe are the right ones for you. You should just trust your gut. And with this, I think I kind of jumped the gun because I was so excited, and I saw like the pictures online and of like the before and afters, and I think I kind of like leapt to the conclusion that I would get the same results as the people who did this, but individual results will vary. Like, keep that in mind. Like, if I had to get this procedure and someone else gets a procedure, someone else might get better results than I do. Just depends on like how your skin reacts and how fast you are able to produce collagen. But yeah, that's it, you guys. It's really hot where I am right now, and I'm sweating and it's really hot. But I am fully healed, and I will keep you guys posted. This was just like a little update. I wanted to give you guys like I just wanted to let you guys know how I'm doing and stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great summer. I do plan on getting fillers, even though they're temporary. I'm debating on whether or not I should get silicone or Juvederm again, but I will definitely let you know when I do get those. And yeah, okay, bye. I'll see you guys later.